solution engineer at Freshworks with over 7 years of experience in solutions engineering across UK, MEA, and India. In the past, he has worked on Microsoft Dynamics, and currently he handles Freshworks' suite of products across CX and EX. Welcome, Harish. And first of all, I would like to congratulate the Freshworks on their successful IPO. Well done, team. And now over to you, Harish.
Hey, thank you so much, Aziza, for that wonderful introduction. Uh, thank you to everyone for joining us here. It's great to have you here, and hopefully, I'll be able to give you some nice insights from our team at Freshworks over the next 10 minutes. So, as Aziza said, our agenda today, in terms of what we're going to discuss or what we're going to try to impart from our end, is our findings or our thoughts on what are the key elements that any CTO, CXO, anyone who's making decisions within your organizations. What are these parameters that you need to keep in mind while you're planning your digital transformation journey going forward, right? So that's the whole element of what we're going to be speaking about today. And in terms of where this information is coming from or the context for how this information came to be, uh, as you can see on your screen, Freshworks as an organization, we've built a large suite of products within the customer experience angle and also the employee engagement. So whether it's your external customers that you're dealing with, or your internal ITSM folk or ESM2 folk that you're dealing with, we've got a massive suite of products. And over time, these products have, of course, gained a lot of recognition, whether it's from Gartner, Forrester, or different cloud or rating agencies, in terms of the quality of these products, right? And these are just some of the organizations that we work with. And these are just some of the customers in the Middle East, for example. And the reason I'm telling you guys this is that this is where all of this data is originated, right? So while we've been working with these customers, over 40,000 across the globe, a lot of information has come about, whether it's during our interactions with these customers or our market research angle that comes in, or of course, working with the customers post implementation. What are the important things that they are seeing as expectations from their customers, right? So that's where this whole insight has basically come from. So as you can see, we've basically analyzed over 100 million interactions with different customers and different industries and different regions. And the one element that we've seen as the key focal area for most customers is speed. It's emerged as the undisputed number one driver. Essentially, what I mean by that is that no matter whether you resolve your queries for your customers immediately or it takes you some amount of time to do it, they want to feel the level of interaction from your side. They want to feel the importance that you're giving to them. So they feel that speed is a really key element in terms of when you get back to them, how you get back to them, and what level of personal experience you're creating for them, right? And just some of the data points that we actually found during this analysis or during this research that we found is that over 66% of the customers that we've actually dealt with, they've said that speed is the primary element. Like, it doesn't matter quality, all the other elements are of course very important too, but the focal area is on speed, how quickly you get back to them and giving them the right data. And among these people, over 70% of the customers have again gone on to say that uh, if they've had a bad experience with a company or a product once, the moment they find an alternative, they're not coming back to this product again, right? So they want to ensure that they get a good quality experience from these organizations in terms of how they're being treated. They almost take it personally to that extent. And this is where the dilemma comes into the picture, right? So, what can we do about it? So, what are we as organizations looking into the market today as, and what are these points that we're identifying? How can we help customers? How can we gain the trust of our customers in terms of how we deal with them? Because in some cases, you guys might feel we invest too much in this. In some cases, you might feel, oh, have we invested enough in it? Are we, retaining our customers enough? Or is acquisition more expensive? These dynamics are quite intricate, right? And for every industry, every business is different. So while these journeys may differ across industries or across products, we feel that some of these principles are at the core anyway. So if you keep some of these principles in your mind when you're planning for these transformational journeys for your customers, or you want to delight your customers and with these customer support journeys that you create for them, if as long as you keep these points in your mind and you work towards them, no matter what kind of a journey you create, your customers are going to come out delighted at the end of it, right? So we'll dive right into it. We just have another few minutes on this. So the first topic that we want to talk about is being accessible to your customers and creating an omni-channel experience. That's what I mean by that. So a lot of us today, we service channels like calls or chat or emails, but customers in the modern scenarios, they've gone onto other platforms too, like whether it be Facebook or WhatsApp and all the modern social media channels and so on, right? And the customer journey doesn't just begin from when they reach out to you, it actually begins from when they start searching for you. So if you're actually trying to streamline the process, you're trying to be available to them as soon as they need you, that's where you've got to focus. Be accessible to them at their point of contact, wherever they want you to be available to them, right? So, and it's also important not just being available to these channels, because then it's a lot of organization that's needed. You can't just have customer support people dealing with Facebook, dealing with WhatsApp separately, each of them working in their own silos. The key element here is you need to bring all these channels into one platform or one product. If not all the channels, at least 90% of the channels that you support your customers on need to be on the same product, right? That's the key factor, because this actually helps you route these queries to different channels or route these queries to different agents. And it just makes the experience very rewarding and a streamlined, optimized experience for you internally in terms of saving costs too. And more importantly, it's also important that all these customer support guys actually maintain context in terms of the customers itself. So whether the customer reaches out to you via WhatsApp or Facebook, I should actually be able to see all of his information, right? Which channel has he reached out to me on? What are the queries that he's raising? Or what are the status of these queries? Is he happy? Is he unhappy? I want to know all of this. So it's extremely key to have all of this in one single platform, right? That's the first element. The second element that we're going to be looking at is automation to help self-service. So we're not just talking about uh, responding to your customers the moment they reach out to you. We also want you to create these bots or automations at the back end where the customers can actually help themselves, where they can actually answer some of their own queries, where these bots or automations can pull information from external systems. So if you're using an order management system, you're using a delivery system, now you ideally need a customer support system which can connect to all these different systems, right? That's key. So that's another element that you need to keep in mind in terms of automation and using bots. The third element you also need to keep in mind is moving from reactive to proactive support. So rather than just responding to customers when they reach out to you, you can actually have campaigns and you can have widgets and bots on your websites, for example. So when the customer is trying to check out or when they're on a particular page, they're having difficulties, you can actually automatically reach out to them and check with them. Are you having troubles? Can we help you out? So this actually creates for a much better experience for the customer. And from the fourth key tenet that we look at is also giving your agents more power, right? So we genuinely believe at Freshworks that if you create a nice working experience for your agents in terms of the product that they use, in terms of how intuitive or functional it is and how simple it is to use, that will translate to your customers as well. Rather than, if they have a difficult tool and they're not able to find all the information they want, it translates to a broken experience. So that's another key element that you need to focus on, giving your agents a unified view, providing them all the information in one platform, or providing them automations to automate their routine tasks. Like, I want to assign this to this agent, or I want to send an automated email to this person. Find a tool that helps you create these automations and make your agents' lives easier. And the final element that we also want to look at, which is one of the most key elements, is refreshing your customer service metrics. Because a lot of us track metrics by the legacy metrics, like your first resolution, contact resolution, or turnaround times and things like that. Whereas the market is moving in a different direction now. The industries are evolving, and now you should be looking at parameters like zero contact resolution. How many of these customers have actually been able to help themselves, like in this form of self-service or automation? Or how many complaints are you receiving per transaction or per order? So these are some innovative new metrics that companies like Amazon and Facebook are coming out with. And it helps you redefine the entire ecosystem in terms of how you're evaluating these customer complaints, right? So quickly, to just summarize, we looked at 5 different elements. First element is look for an omni-channel platform that helps you bring everything onto one product. Second element is looking for more automation, looking for self-service, bots. The third element we've said is moving from a reactive support to a proactive engagement on the websites, pop-up widgets, engaging with the customers. The fourth one is, of course, intuitive and functional platform for your customer support agents to make their lives easier, provide them all the information, provide them all the features and the capabilities. And the final element we looked at is redefining the whole way you analyze it, right? In terms of the key metrics that you're looking at, and how are you evaluating these service agents, or how are you evaluating your customer support organization? These elements we feel, as long as you keep in mind, will prove extremely useful for you in terms of any digital transformation journey that you're trying to build for yourself to interact with your customers. And of course, any more information you'd like to get from us, any engagement you'd like to have with us to help you define these parameters, to help guide you in terms of your next steps in your own digital transformation journey, please reach out to us. We do have a booth, and you can find us all at the Freshworks booth, and you can get any information you want from us. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much, Harish, for this really insightful session. And definitely, I agree with the point of view that going digital is no longer a luxury, but a necessity. And I'm sure that our attendees, they got some really good pointers from this session. So thank you so much again.